Hey everyone, so I am here to help to inspire you to move your bodies daily. I'm really passionate in my aim to motivate you to move your bodies in a safe and effective way. Together with my emphasis on form, technique and breathing, I believe that we can build strong, resilient bodies and minds for our day-to-day lives. Through the beauty of movement and low-impact workouts, we can create healthy habits and most importantly, let's have fun along the way. Well, I think it's time for us to stretch our bodies. It's well deserved. We should never skip our stretches. It's always just as important to stretch as it is to exercise and work our bodies. So let's just mobilize through our thoracic and make our hips and our lower back feel really nice. All right, so we're going to start on our mat. We lie down. And first of all, just take your feet as wide as the mat and we extend our arms out. Just find a capital letter T. Now just find some peace there on your mat. Let's take a nice big inhale. And then as we exhale, we're just gently softening into the mat there. Inhaling, let that ribcage fully expand. And then exhale, emptying out all of that tension in your body. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And again, last one. Inhale. And exhaling. Continue with those nice, slow, deep breaths. We're just going to tilt both of our knees to our right. And I want you to look back towards your left hand. So just gently gazing back to the left, pausing here. Finding length through that left thigh bone, into the hip flexor and into your lower back. From there, if you can, let's take our right foot and gently place it on the outside of that left knee. While we're here, we remain active through the glute. So can you squeeze that left glute and gently drive that left hip forwards? Back of your hip is always going to support the front of your hip. So keep that glute nice and firm to stretch out through that hip flexor. From there, we unravel those legs. Again, take your feet the width of your mat, nice and wide. Tilt gently both of your knees over to your left. We gaze back to our right hand. Closing your eyes down if that feels nicer, and then gently placing that left foot on the outside of that right knee. Give that right glute a gentle squeeze, drive that right hip forward. Pausing there. So you're finding length here through your hip flexor. Think about finding length through the thigh bone. Again, back of your hip supports the front of your hip, so glute is on, nice and firm. Pause there. And then from there, unraveling those legs. And then we're just going to pull our knees gently in towards our chest. Pull them in nice and tight. And then just gently rock from side to side. So you're just massaging the base or the top of your pelvis there. And the base of your lower back into your mat. From there, we keep hold of that right knee. We extend our left leg out nice and long. Can you take hold of that right knee with your left hand and gently extend your right arm to the right? We gently pull our right knee across our body. And again, we look back to that right hand. So slightly deeper stretch there. Try and keep your right shoulder on the floor. Deep breath in. And exhale. Let out that tension from the lower back and hip. And then coming back onto your back. We do exactly the same thing on the other side. Left. Extends out long. Holding onto that left knee with your right hand, gently extend your left arm to the left. Gazing back to your left hand, pull your left knee across your body, down to the right, the whole time trying to keep that left shoulder fixed to the floor. And then from there, closing back in. One more time, just pull both of those knees in. But this time, hold on to your 2 knees and then just draw 2 separate circles with your knees. So you separate your knees and then you reconnect. So you're mobilizing through the hip socket there, your thigh bones rotating around inside those hips. Make it as big or as small as you like and then reverse the circle. Should feel really nice, lubricating through that hip joint. And then from there, we're just going to roll gently onto our right side. So lie down fully, And I want you to stack your hands one on top of the other and just let your head relax on the floor. Now you can see I have my knees stacked, my feet stacked, and my hips stacked here. I want you to reach your left hand slightly further forwards of your right, and your shoulder blade slips forwards away from the rib cage. From there, we're going to rainbow that left arm all the way up. Try and keep your left hip exactly where it is. Try and keep your left knee glued to the right knee. So try not to let your hip slip back. We're aiming for the floor, but please don't worry if you can't quite find it. And then we close all the way back in. So here we're mobilising through our mid and upper thoracic. Really important to get that rib cage to move. Taking the pressure away from that abdominal wall. Allowing us to start to activate those deep abdominals when we come into our abdominal work. These stretches here are really important for that. You can make it a little bit bigger by brushing your hand across your hip, drawing a full circle. So you're with me here on the beach and you're drawing a full circle in the sand. Again, you're still trying to keep that left hip over the top of the right. Should feel really beautiful, this one. One more here. Lovely work. Nicely done. And then just so I don't have my back to you, I'm just going to come onto the other side of my mat, but you can just roll yourself over onto the other side and just listen to my cues if you can't see me. You're stacking your knees one on top of the other. That's it. Place your top hand, one hand on top of the other. Knees are stacked, hips are stacked. From there, you're just gently releasing and reaching that right arm further forward. Your shoulder blade slips away from your rib cage. We rainbow that arm all the way up and over. Keep your pelvis as it is. Taking your right arm or that upper arm as far back behind you as you can. And then we close all the way back in. And again. So again, just maintaining that pelvic and hip stability. As we rotate to the rib cage, we gently let our arm relax back behind us. Again, you have the option to draw that full circle with me here on the beach. If only I wish you were here with me. Full circle. All the way around. And again. That's it. Keep going. Full circle. Allow that rib cage to move, but keep your pelvis still. Deep breaths. Beautiful work. Good job. And then close it back in. And then from there, we're going to make our way up. So just come up gently, come up slowly. From there, let's just extend our two legs out long along your mat. Now soften to your knees. Flexing your toes back towards your shins. We extend our arms up to the sky. Big stretch up. We take an inhale and then we exhale. We reach forwards. We draw our chin in towards our chest and we reach our hands towards our feet. And again, we extend our arms up, inhaling, and then exhaling, reaching for your toes. Now for those of you that can, maybe you are there already, and that is brilliant if you are. If you are not, don't worry, you keep your knees like this. Everyone looks different when we're stretching. But if you can, you extend your two legs out long. Don't force anything, just allow your breath to get you a little bit deeper, melting deeper into that stretch. That's it, so it's your body, you do you. Nice big deep breaths, reaching up. Exhaling, diving forwards. This time as we come up, can we just bring our left foot with us? So left knee bends in, and then you're going to cross that left foot on the outside of that right knee. Now sit up as tall as you can, so we're aiming for length here. Find length through that lower back. Really grow tall. We then take our right elbow and we wrap that right elbow around your left knee. Taking your left fingertips behind your back, but try not to put all of your weight into your hand. So really lengthen, grow tall. We take an inhale, and then as we exhale, we spiral ourselves around. We're trying to look towards the back of our mat there. Keep growing taller, lifting to the crown of your head. Stay here. Inhale for me. And as we're exhaling, rotate a little bit deeper. So you're wringing out your spine. And then we release from there. And we just do exactly the same thing on the other side. So left leg extends out long, right knee comes in. Take your right foot over the outside of your left knee, grow as tall as you can. Inhale, left elbow wraps around that right knee. We exhale and we spiral ourselves around. So you find lots of length there. Take a nice big breath in. And then exhale, just allow yourself to just melt deeper into that stretch. Just be mindful you're not taking all of your body weight into that back hand. Feels lovely to the lower back, feels really nice to the hips. And then releasing from there. Now just bring the soles of your feet together with your knees out nice and wide. So find length to your spine, knees out wide. Now you're aiming to take your knees all the way out. But obviously, if it's not for you, you don't do it. You can just have your legs crossed here if this is nicer for you. We take a nice big inhale, holding on to our ankles. Now try and keep your spine long. Think lead with your chest. Try not to lead with your chin. Lead with your chest. Keep your shoulders back. We dive ourselves forwards here. Now we're opening out to those hips again, so that will help to release any tension that you might have through your lower back. You're going to see if you can press your elbows into your knees and just allow gently for a little bit of energy from the forearms into those inside borders of your knees and your thighs. You can also bring your fingertips to the floor and gently draw your chest forwards. Deep breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Closing your eyes down if that feels nicer. Should feel really nice to those hips, especially if you've been doing a lot of classes, or even if you've been on long journeys, if you've been in a car for a long time, or long sustained periods of sitting at the desk. Stretching for your hips will allow for that release to the lower back. Making your way up from there, now we're going to do my all-time favourite stretch. So we turn side onto the mat, just so you've got the full length of the mat. We extend one leg out long. Now don't worry if you can't go fully out, just bring it forward slightly. Doesn't need to be all the way out to the side. Just extend out slightly if needed. Okay, now bending through one knee, stretching for the other. We then take our hands behind our head, wrap your elbows back and grow tall. Now I want us to rotate our rib cage to the bent knee. So we're going to turn our bodies towards your bent knee. Keep growing tall. This might be enough for you. If it is, you stay here. Then from there, we're going to take a side lean with this elbow towards that lengthened leg. Once you find that stretch, you can then bring your hand towards the floor in front of that extended leg and actively press into the inside leg and also reach for the floor. Again, if this is enough, you stay here. If you feel as though you can, you rotate this top elbow and your rib cage and shoulder blade here back towards the sky. And you should feel a really beautiful lengthening stretch here through the side of your body. I love this stretch. Finding length to the waistline, length to the lower back. Then from there, we're going to rotate our bodies down, so your nose, your elbow down towards that lengthened leg. On your next exhale breath, again, we open that top elbow back. We look towards the sky, looking underneath your armpit. If you can, you're extending that top arm long, or even reaching for your toes if that is available to you. Pause there. Inhale. Whenever you need to, ease out of the stretch, rotate towards that bottom knee. And then open yourself one more time back to the sky. I hope you love that stretch just as much as me. And then make your way all the way back. We do exactly the same thing on the other side. Feels nice. So we extend one leg long, so make sure you're not doing the same leg twice. Extend one leg out long, the other knee comes in. We take our two hands behind our head and we grow really tall. Inhale. Now let's all rotate towards the bent knee. Exhaling, rotate. Then from there, we're going to take our side lean over to the lengthened leg. And then from there, you gently allow that front hand or that hand that's close to the floor to come toward that top knee. Actively pressing into that inside border of your calf muscle and shin there. And then can you open out towards the sky just a little bit more? Inhale. One side always feels different to the other. I've got a little bit more freedom here on this side. Exhaling, rotating down. Whenever you're ready, we open ourselves out. Beautiful stretch to the side body. Exhaling, rotating down. Inhaling, opening out. Again, if it's available to you, you're extending that top arm. Maybe you're reaching for your toes if you can. Don't force it, we'll get there. Everybody is different, so just listen to yourself. There's absolutely no pressure to do all of the things all of the time. Be proud of what you can do and what you can achieve. With consistency, we'll get stronger, we'll get a little bit more flexible and have happier, relaxed minds. That's the main thing. And then one more time. Making your way up, all the way up from there. Well done, you should feel so much better now. I know that I do. Thank you for stretching with me. I'm always adding new classes, so if you really enjoyed that workout, please hit like and subscribe because it would really help to grow this channel. If you'd like another workout, we found that people who liked this class also absolutely loved the workouts I've linked here. Have fun!